So far we have Zachary Taylor giving money to Tommy Oliver, then freaking Briss giving money to Faith Moliminous. Oki, who is the guy that you give money to on, what is it, Patreon that surprises you, that you didn't think you'd ever be giving money to?
Well, there's you. I mean,
I knew somebody. I was really expecting Briss to say that.
well, yeah, it's because I always saw your videos, and I noticed you were kind of making an impact in the fandom. Not really in a positive way, but I really enjoyed your content, and that's why I decided to do it.
What do you expect? He's TMZ.
Yeah, Oki's like, I need a sleazy hitman.
Well, I never, asked you to do anything like that, man, because I respect your content.
Indeed, I love it. Alright, let's move on to the next question here. Zachary, have you ever paid someone that turned out to be a complete jerk?
Dr. Wolf.
Oh, baby. Alright then. How about you, Briss? Have you ever paid anybody that turned out
Well,
to
after meeting Jesse Wood IRL, he is kind of a jerk.
I thought you'd have any number of answers for that one. How about you, Oki? Anybody you gave money to that turned out to be a complete jerk?
No, actually, it's the same as Zachary, Dr. Wolf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I gave him $20 at one time, all because I forgot about his YouTube channel was down, but this is before I knew all the things about Dr. Wolf. I had a Skype call with him one time, and it was the most awkward thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make all jokes and stuff, and he just had a confused look on his face.
Just remember, he's the perfect straight man, as if that were something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Let's see, top 2 or 3 artists on Patreon who just complete wank at paying out their rewards.
Who sucks at getting out the rewards?
Yes!
Oh.
And why?
A&Y. Okay, how about you, Briss? Anybody on that list that you...
I don't think I'm pledging to any artists at the moment.
Well,
although at one point I did give money to this one guy I used to be friends with. His name is EP777, and he makes pony art. Did a commission for me. It took him 6 months to finish it.
Holy shit.
And the picture was okay, but like nothing memorable. Like I don't even have it on my computer. I never even downloaded it. Whatever. I looked at it. I'm like, okay, that's okay. It's a picture, all right.
That's beautiful.
And then exit tab.
I wish I had a link to his channel. That'd be amazing. How about you, Oki?
Well, I guess it's kind of obvious, Silver Quill.
Okay.
But I didn't really,
I certainly didn't write that question with Silver Quill in mind. Bullshit. But anyways,
Yeah, I don't really mind that he, didn't do it. It's just I made that video make fun of him. But Dylan kind of sucks though. Dylan takes a fucking long time.
Oh wait!
No! Wait! One of the other Patreons that suck, well, it kind of sucks to get on the rewards is actually Voice, because there's a $10 reward. It's like, I'll do a stream once a month. He only did that for 1 month and ever.
Well, you didn't you get your for the $15 tier? He actually did the Megas XLR thing that you.
Yes, the $20 one.
Yeah, no, that was the only thing that kept me from doing the $15 tier, is that you already bought it, and I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to. So I'm not gonna. I'm prepared to let Voice off the hook for that. Sucks for you though. Sorry.
But about the A&Y thing, I paid him $20 for the monthly Sky call. He did it for 2 months straight, and he never did that ever again.
He's very busy. Like I've had I'm waiting on 2-3 months to get a collab with the man. But yeah, I appreciate your situation. Who got you started into donating? We'll do you this time, Briss.
Say again, sorry.
Who's the first person who was your gateway person that you started donating to on Patreon? First person.
First person was Jesse Wood.
Same here. How about you, Zach? Who was your gateway drug into Patreon?
The first... Alright, I know you guys have never ever heard of this guy, but his name is William Charstyle, also known as Mr. Tars Reviews. He makes a Doctor Who content, film content, all that other stuff. I gave him, and this is pretty much the first time I ever heard of Patreon. I decided to give him money because at the time he was in a bad situation where he kind of needed money to stay under a roof. And a week after that, I supported Tommy Oliver.
Nice. How about you, Oki? Who was your gateway onto Patreon?
There's a really well-known MOP Let's Player, I guess. His name's Soundspeed. And he started up a Patreon, and I noticed that no one was really giving any, so I decided to give $128 for a few months.
Damn. That's our Oki.
Yeah, and I noticed, guys like you, that's when I decided to broaden the horizons, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. Of all the people you support, who's been the most interesting? Let's start with you again, Briss.
well, you probably know what my answer's going to be. It's
Jesse Wood.
Yeah, obviously.
Wow, look, Brony.
He's really the only person that, in the fandom, in the pony fandom anyway, that I actively keep up. Well, he doesn't make pony videos anymore, but he was the only one that I actively kept up with. And then I went to got dropped into the Pony Tonight thing, and I started talking with all these quote-unquote quasi-famous Brony people, and I haven't cared about a single one of them. It's weird.
Yeah.
Talking to these people, so he just remains the most interesting.
How about you, Zach? Who's your most interesting person that you've...
Tommy Oliver.
Tommy Oliver, nice, yeah.
Yeah, he's the most fun to have.
How about you, Oki? Who's the most interesting dude that you've met in the fandom or on Patreon that you've donated to?
You. Pretty much.
That's why we have you here, Oki.
Yeah, it's pretty true. Like, I haven't really talked to anyone else besides you.
Oh, okay, I appreciate it.
I did talk to Tom.
Now, I'm going to actually start off here with you on this one, Oki. What kind of work do you ideally see yourself like? What do you want to be doing? And what's stopping you from getting there?
Well, that's...
Well, you did say you had plans. It's something that you were working on. I assume that would be...
More JP videos.
No, he wanted to do something else besides that.
Yeah, I want to do more, like, I don't really know, like, I just want to do something different besides Jerry, and I was thinking about doing a retrospective on Darkside Phil, since I hadn't uploaded anything on him in over 3 years.
That should be an interesting one.
Right.
Yeah, and but right now though I'm actually translating, officially translating things right now, so I'm kind of busy with that. I'm not really I guess I'm too focused on one thing to really,
Well, we'll definitely keep up on that as you make progress. Let's see, how about you, Zach? What's something you ideally want to be doing, and what's stopping you from getting there?
Can you get back to me on that one?
Yeah, no problem. How about you, Briss?
Well, I've been wanting to start a channel. I wanted to do it before BronyCon, but BronyCon is the only thing that's been on my mind for the past 7 months, and I've been trying to prepare for it, monetarily. So I didn't want to go out and buy an expensive microphone, a camera, and get all new music gear and stuff like that, and then have no money to go to BronyCon. So now that that's over with, I can start a channel, and I want to do reviews in a somewhat comedic sort of style, less analytical, and just analytical, but more so just for humor and such. I don't really want to focus on like a lot of things that I notice most reviewers like to do, video games, retro games. I don't want to do the whole My Little Pony analysis thing. I was thinking about starting with Hanna-Barbera, obscure Hanna-Barbera cartoons, as well as doing like a retrospective, like a history of Hanna-Barbera from all the way back from the 50s through all the way to like the 90s, like the fall of that. And I don't know, that's something that I nerd out over, and it's something that I wanted to do. And then also I play guitar. I'm a shredder, and I wanted to make guitar videos and compose music. And that's kind of what I'm looking at doing. And the only thing that's keeping me from doing it is my rampant alcoholism.
See, Zach, you probably know this one. Who owns the rights to Hanna-Barbera? Is that a Viacom one?
I believe so.
Well, good luck with that.
They did in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah, maybe the older properties might be safer. I can't legally advise you. Of course.
Yeah, maybe the older ones are like public domain or something.
Yeah, maybe they'll defend them less zealously. Let's see here. Of anything that you've been involved of, whether you've worked on it or just collabed or been part of, is there any videos that you've been proud of? Let's start with you, Zach.
Oh boy! All right, videos I've been proud of my collab to something. With someone. I'm trying to remember his name. Well, actually, the most fun I think I've had so far is that me, Wolfkeen, and a friend of ours named Zion did kind of like a Let's Play collab thing. Playing like online Monopoly, and that was that was a fun thing to do. I did a collab with this guy called Dude Man, DM Pony 3000. I think that's his full name.
I'm familiar with Dude Man.
He was doing a Let's Play I suggested on War of Harmony 4, a My Little Pony fan game, and I joined him for like the last 2 parts in a discussion video, and that was a lot of fun to do. Yeah.
How about you, Oki? What's something that you've either worked on or been involved with that you were really proud of?
Oh, well, I guess the entire A&Y thing with Jerry Peet was sort of a collab. I don't really know how I could explain that actually to anyone who doesn't know.
Oki's Crusade.
Yeah, I like Jerry Peet deleted ANY's comments. Jerry acted as so that he was like lying or crazy or something, and I showed screen caps of ANY's comments, and he decided to upload a video right after I did, and he told me that he was gonna do that because I showed the evidence to prove that he wasn't lying and that Jerry was just full of complete shit. So I'm really proud of that little collab, and I'm glad that he mentioned me.
Briss, I know that you've been involved in a couple of videos over at the PFC. Is there any one specific, either that or something else that you're...
Considering my input, there's really not much for me to be proud of, but I think the one podcast that I liked, that I really enjoyed being on and didn't make a complete moron out of myself, was the Woot Master podcast, because I've been a fan of his going back to like OG, like MLP days, like the forum, the board on 4chan, and so finally being able to like talk to him like a podcast and ask him some questions and shit was really cool. I never thought I'd have that opportunity. That's about it, honestly.
No, it's nothing to feel bad about. Believe me.
One thing I wanted to add to that, it doesn't really count as a collab, but that time you, me, and Licky were fucking around.
The very first time. We did tell you literally everything at that time. That went on for like, 2-3 hours. Let's see. Okay, we'll do you this time, Oki. What's the most amount of trouble you've heard about since like being in the Brony fandom?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, there was
biggest shitstorm.
Well, there was Misanthrophony. There was Jerry Peet and ANY, which I just choose that one because I love that one so much.
Well, we'll make sure to leave some for the rest of the group since you're going to go with that one. How about you, Zack? What's the biggest shitstorm you've heard about in the fandom?
Most stuff from you and other people.
Any specific one that leaps out at you?
I was going to say
you and the whole riff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, the final thoughts?
Yeah.
How about you, Briss? What's your favorite Brony shitstorm so far?
I fucking hated the Pinky Pony drama, like shutting down a PG-13 BDSM blog. Give me a fucking...
She really didn't have anything much to do with that, for the best of my understanding.
Yeah, but she's the one that got the shitstorm brewing. She's the one who, got the attention focused on. Because before that, it wasn't a problem until people started, like, reblogging that Down with Molestia shit. I mean, it had to have had some sort of impact.
Yeah, you might have a point there.
Yeah, and then, like, over on 4chan, that's all everybody could talk about for weeks and weeks on end. That was back when I actually used to post there. I don't go there anymore, so... In fact, those fucking autists are all like, I guess they're turning into SJWs because at BronyCon, I actually went to an MLP party and got kicked out.
How the hell did that happen?
I called them all fucking brony-ass stepchildren, and this guy walked up to me and said, "Yo, you rubbed me the wrong way, get the fuck out of here." I'm like, okay, that's what you get for, advertising your party on MLP. But anyway, that's the end of my answer right there.
Yeah, we'll move on to something more inspirational. Here, I'll start back from Oki again. What's the most inspiring thing you've heard about, like, in the fandom since getting in?
Well, there's, I really don't know that much. I guess Keyframe, how they, Save Keyframe, I think it was called. That was really good.
Yeah, Bronies are really good at gathering together. They've done it for Theory, Brony, Keyframe. I think they're going to probably... I don't know how much funding Fallen Wish got, but yeah, Bronies are really good at banding together. How about you, Zack?
Really not that much inspiration I've heard.
Anything you found inspiring then, Briss?
Anything inspiring about Bronies?
There has to be something.
They've inspired me to drink.
There we go. What makes you, again, I'll start with Briss this time. What makes you hate somebody on YouTube?
Ooh.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Is it any one thing, or is it something that builds on it after a while?
I don't know. Just like when I watch someone take like an analysis person, and they're so they have this braggadocio, but then you watch their videos, and then like their videos are just complete shit. They're not analytical. They're not thought provoking. It's just like I don't know, like
a blowhard,
head cannons and like just retarded crap. I'll give you an example. Like a lot of it is like nitpicking, and they might take like like something weird. They might. I'm trying to think of a really good example. I thought of a lot of these while I was at BronyCon because I was hoping to meet some of these analysts and call them out on it. But now I can't really think of anything specific. It's just.
Oh, would you want to throw some names at us?
Well, I did. I don't hate the guy, but I actually had a conversation with Past Analysis once in a Skype group about it was that Gilda episode that aired, the season 5 one, and he was saying that I really would have liked to have seen more of Gilda. I don't think it should have been an ensemble episode. I'm like, this is basically mirroring the last episode that Gilda was in. It's very suitable. It works really well, and I think that it was very fitting. And he had a whole bunch of little nitpicky, not really complaints, valid complaints about it. He just in general he's like, well, I think the episode was bad because they didn't show Gilda enough, and I'm just like, really?
How about you, Zach? What makes you hate someone's content or someone on YouTube in general?
Basically, if they have a boring voice and a shitty mic.
All right then. How about you, Oki? Oh, we lost Briss. Hopefully he doesn't flood the room.
Well, all right. So, yep. Ask the question again, just so I know.
Here, we'll go back to this.
Jesus Christ.
No. Dude, this is what editing's for. Wait, did something happen?
No.
Okay, good. What makes you hate someone on YouTube? Is it any one thing, or is it something that builds after a while?
It's usually something that builds after a while. Like, someone who has a lot of potential, but squanders it with a really bad video that just... It ruins the entire experience, or anything worthy that they might have had. It just goes away after that one particular video.
I know what he's thinking of.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I wrote this one with fucking Oki in mind.
Okay, well, just to give some context here, I guess. I first saw Jerry's video on Dusk's Dawn, or I think it was Dusk's Dawn in 3 minutes. Really good video. I really liked it until I saw his cyberbullying stalking video or harassment. It was something like that.
Yeah.
And my initial reaction was, this video is absolute dog shit. Not only is everything that you say, you have nothing to back it up, or whatever you're saying is hyperbole, or it doesn't have any substance or evidence. It's unfounded. And it was so stupid that people were actually believing what he was saying, or let alone actually subscribing to the person, or actually defending him, which is what really made me sad. People were believing him without doing any basic research themselves. it was just so off-putting to me that this asshole.
Well, to be fair, Oki, you have to remember that YouTube is basically this time period's TV. How often do people watch TV or used to watch TV and go look crap up? You tune in to not think.
Well, I guess the dislike and like ratio on my videos are something of myth, I suppose.
Oh, no. Well, I guess, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give an explanation, not whether it's right or wrong. Let's see.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's the most disappointing... Here, I'll start back at Briss here again. What's the most disappointing video your favorite YouTuber has ever made?
Most disappointing?
Yeah, one that you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, what?
I could think of a couple if I know who he's going to pick.
Oh!
Just skip over me for a minute.
Oh, yeah, I'll let you go look it up. How about you, Zach? What's the most disappointing video your favorite YouTuber has ever made? And keep in mind, everybody puts out a turd or two. There's no real absolute shame in it.
Yeah.
It's when the win-loss ratio,
It's when the what?
The bombs start to climb up on the the hits. It's when it starts to become a problem. But yeah, everybody's got a shit video.
Yeah.
So
oh boy, that was bad.
Yeah, so is there anyone, a favorite YouTuber of yours? Again, you could pick someone that you're never going to run into if you're worried about, burning any bridges.
Let's see here. Favorite YouTuber.
Favorite YouTuber that's you're I wasn't so good on that video. Yeah, you don't have to go into in-depth detail. You can just I didn't.
I know.
Yeah.
I think I got one. Drowning in Footwear's Final Fantasy 13-2 review. Only because I had seen Spoonie's Final Fantasy 13 review, and it was it was huge, grandiose. It followed this storyline like all of his reviews do. And I guess I went in expecting something like that, since the video was 30 or 40 minutes long. Instead, it's just Jesse sitting in front of his a fucking TV screen, just rambling and being drunk.
Yeah, those are kind of on my low average for the Drowning in Horseshoe videos.
Yeah.
Super cringe. Ah.
Well, we'll come back to you in a minute, Zach. How about you, Oki? What's a YouTuber you like who's done like a shit video?
Razor Fist's video on E3 2015. That
Was it his performance or his message?
his message.
What
Yeah,
was-
I think I have to. I guess because I'm asked backwards because Razor Fist holds his integrity on a higher level as opposed to him putting on a performance. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Wait, what message was that?
Trying to sit there and say that gaming is dying because of the lack of innovation, and it just seemed extra bitchy and whiny. And I would normally write it off of going, it's just a performance, but he usually like holds himself as like my integrity is sacrosanct or some bullshit like that. I can't.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I know.
Another Dark Side Phil.
Well, his performances are really fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I usually just look the other way when he says something douchey. I was like, well, he's funny, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, I always sort of viewed him as more of an entertainer than an actual reviewer.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Entertaining isn't a dirty word no matter what past analysis tells you.
I'm an entertainer, not a reviewer.
Here we go, Briss. We'll give you an easy one here. What's your top 2 or 3 favorite cartoons?
Oh Lord, it's a really good one.
Don't worry, we'll get to anime next, so don't intermingle.
I'll just like pick from different periods of my life. When I was a kid, I would have to say that my favorite cartoon was probably SWAT Cats. Like we're talking like 1994, 1995. So this was a long time ago for me. And then cut to when I was a little bit older and I was in like middle school. I would say that probably like either maybe Teen Titans was my favorite show, like my favorite cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it a lot. I mean, back then, I'm 24 now, so like I probably don't like it quite as much. And then this isn't really a cartoon per se, but it was on Adult Swim, and I just thought that it was so like over the top hilarious, and like nobody likes it except me. But Xavier Renegade Angel, I fucking love that show.
I've watched more of it than I care to admit. And I often kept wondering, what the fuck am I watching?
I think it's genius. I love it.
It is a thing. It is certainly a thing. How about you, Zach? What's your top 2 or 3 favorite cartoons?
Let's see. Well, when I was a kid,
You're still a kid.
21.
I know.
Alright, when I was younger, definitely one of my favorite cartoons was definitely like a Megas XLR. That was
a good one.
When is the reboot coming? I keep hearing about it.
I think it's just rumor at this point.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Now I don't know. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem that I had, because I can't really pick. I mean, I just picked like the 3 that I just really liked during specific periods of my life. So they're not necessarily my favorites. They were just my favorites at given times.
Yeah.
I could be cliche and be like, my favorite daddy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll all reword it by the time I get down to Oki. What's your favorite retro cartoon there, Oki, that's not on? That's like in syndication or whatever, have you?
Does this count anime as well, or?
Oh, well, if you want to skip over cartoons and go straight to anime, because that's the next question.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess my favorite retro anime was Getter Robo.
Is that a giant robot or?
Yeah, it's a giant robot. Okay. Pretty obscure, but and the other one was Robotech.
Oh yeah.
Oh baby.
That's classic. Fucking Harmony Gold, baby.
I'm the only anime fan. Like when someone they're like, "Oh, Minmay was terrible." Like, shut up.
Well, I think of Harmony Gold. So the first thing that comes to mind is their dubbing of the original Dragon Ball.
Oh.
That I'd have to go back and look, but I have seen it, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Like the cat Corn was called Whiskers, the Wonder Cats.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I think Goku was called Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. How about you, Briss? What's your favorite animes?
Oh lordy, lord.
Just 2 or 3, so we don't run
out. In recent memory, some of the ones that I've watched, one that I watched recently that I thought was fucking hilarious was Cromartie High School. That one was like just recently. It's one of my recent favorites. Growing up, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho.
Poltergeist Report. Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, it's a great one. And then let's see. I'm gonna add a movie in there too. The first anime movie I ever watched, and I still love it to this day. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Is that a Miyazaki?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the ones I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's really good. It's probably the first anime I ever saw when I was like probably 3 years old.
Did I skip you on anime, Zach?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, no, we'll get back to you. Here we go.
Oh, my favorite anime.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, to be honest, I haven't seen much anime ever since I was a kid. You know, the only ones I really watched was like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. All
You
that
got
stuff.
nothing to be ashamed about in high school before there, and I was trying to get my anime fix. I'd get up like a half hour to watch Sailor Moon. Not because I liked it, just because, fuck, it's anime!
Yeah.
You guys didn't realize I didn't have like the internet back in the day.
No.
Oh.
I guess my favorite is, I don't know, Dragon Ball series aside from GT.
Yeah.
To go back on like the cartoon retro kind of thing. I just remembered something. When I was a kid, my dad had the whole series of the '80s show Thundercats, and I watched that.
Oh, nice.
Thundercats was wonderful, yeah.
He also had Space. Yeah, he also had Space Ghost, and I watched that as well.
Coast to coast.
Which one, the 66 or Coast to Coast?
Yeah, the 66 one. Yeah, Space Coast to
Damn.
Coast.
Let's get to one I can definitely have fun with Briss on this one. Who creeps you out the most in the PFC?
Who creeps me out the most in the PFC?
Yeah.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lord.
They don't have to still be in there. They could be of any time.
I rather don't like some of these people that fucking Sheldon's been throwing in there lately. Like that Fluttershy guy. And then, of course, there's Izzy.
Oh, is he back in?
Well, no, he's not.
Oh my god, I was like, I'm sorry, Briss. Oh my god.
No, I'm pretty good at ignoring people who creep or are cringy, and I just don't talk to them. So
Yeah, I had this question for like 3 rooms. One was for Limbo, one was for PFC, and one was the Analysis Rift. I was like, on second thought, no one's gonna know anyone from the Analysis Rift. So I guess I'll scrap that one. How about you, Zach? You were momentarily in the PFC.
Yeah, for about a month.
Yeah. Who's the person that creeped you out the absolute most?
Basically, that one time when Sheldon took his shirt off.
Did you go blind?
Like his robe.
Oh god. How about you, Oki? You were in the PFC for a period. Who creeped you out the most?
Corpulent, just because he was asking where I stayed in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's a fat ass.
Oh, clearly.
Sure.
I hadn't noticed.
Oh.
Alright, let's do this. How many years do you gentlemen, we'll start with Briss on down. How many years tongue-tied. How many years are you guys gonna go horse?
I'm gonna go until I just don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of many TV shows throughout most of my life, and I have never really, gotten over liking them, and most of them haven't had a huge fan base like this. So I imagine myself still being a fan of the show 10, 15 years from now.
Oh, nice. How about you, Zach?
Until I die.
There we go. How about you, Oki? How long are you gonna go horse?
Until
Don't steal my answer, motherfucker.
until nobody cares about it anymore.
There you go. Let's see. I already know that freaking Briss went for this one. You guys gonna go to BronyCon next year, and I'm assuming you're going back, right, Briss?
Yeah, I'm going back.
Okay.
I plan on going next year.
Who do you? Then Zach, we'll start with you on this one. Who do you want to run to most at BronyCon?
Actually, Wolfkin, since I talked to him the most on Skype.
Oh, is he going?
Well, he wants to go next year. I think he's planning on it.
Good. How about you, Oki? Who are you looking? If you do go, in fact, who are you looking to run into?
Josh Scorcher, just to see if he is the man who he claims to be.
Yeah. If he kills you, I'll never forgive him.
That's what I want to see.
Shit. Don't if you get a bad vibe, don't go up and talk to him.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, I'll try not to.
Nobody kill the money. Let's see. Going down the line on this one, of the big reviewers out there, who do you think is going to get hit by YouTube's bullshit next? How about you? We'll start with you on this one, Zach.
Ooh, who I think's gonna get hit the most? Oh,
Most
next.
likely, yeah.
Whose channel hasn't been already been taken down?
Yeah, I guess you could double up if you think someone's going to get re-hit.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Ender's gonna get re-hit.
Probably. Alright, how about you, Briss? Oh, no, I'll let Zach finish here, sorry.
I don't know why, but back in my mind I keep thinking Silverquill's gonna get hit.
It's not a bad thought.
Yeah.
How about you, Briss? Do you think anybody, the big names, are going to get hit next?
I'm kind of feeling Zach on this one. I think Mr. Inner is going to get hit. I don't know what Jesse Wood's new content is going to be like, but I have a feeling that his content might get hit too.
I think he'll get a strike, I just don't think he'll lose the channel all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Oki? Who do you think is going to go get yanked down for 2 to 4 weeks?
Oddly enough, it's the same as them. I think it's going to be Mr. Enter. I guess a piece of me wants it to be, but I know that, that Mr. Enter's gotten hit a lot in the past, and his reactions were interesting. So I just get the feeling that he is going to get hit again.
Nice.
He's a fine man.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll just get Oki's question out of the way here so you can feel good. What are your thoughts on our Lord and Savior Jerry Peet there, Oki?
Jerry Peet,
Yes.
I disapprove of his very existence.
Oh, don't you
And
know?
I-
Don't you know he was a god amongst men?
Yes.
Yes, I
Of
forgot.
something or
Yes,
other, yes.
He protects his best friend Josh Scorcher and Inko, and he is a savior. He is a martyr. Well,
Indeed.
not really a martyr, but yeah,
If any of you
He
guys
knows-
want to answer
He
that
knows
one.
everything about rape culture.
he does.
Oh god. If anyone wants to jump in on that one.
I
I'm not
actually
gonna-
watched a Jerry Pete video earlier, and
Oh.
I don't know why anybody cares about this person.
The only videos I've ever seen from Jerry Pete was like his top 10 best and worst MLP songs, and they were
For
bad.
some godly, ungodly reason, fucking Sheldon wants to keep posting Jerry Pete videos in the PFC, so every once in a while I'm just like, I don't even know that I'm clicking on one. He posts a link, and I'm just like, okay, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's Jerry Pete, and his OC has boobs. Oh, okay. Let's look at that.
Must be a Jerry Pete stalker.
Yeah.
He's talking about this. Oh, he's talking about why this, people analyzing this shit is wrong. And all right, well,
Ah, he's William 2.0.
Yes, he is very level-headed.
Well, let's try and I'm gonna try and each ask you guys on this one. What's a new direction that someone you followed that made them better? We'll start with you, Briss. Have you seen someone decide that they're gonna change up their format and maybe got better for it?
oh shit, not really.
We're just a bunch of old men in here.
I was hoping that Jesse's new content. Well, he hasn't really come out with anything yet. I was hoping his new content would be dank, but he's mostly just posting videos on his gaming channel. And
Oh, he threw up a 30-minute video for Endless Jesse. I haven't checked it out yet. I was gonna ask you if it was any good.
then what was it?
I know it was like a few, literally like a day or two ago, I think,
Oh,
for Endless
really?
Jesse.
Well, let me check it out because I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, we'll get back to. We'll put a pin in that. How about you, Zach? Cause you know anybody that you follow that changed their format and they got better for it?
Yes, in fact. I know you guys probably haven't heard of him, but there's this one guy called Erod, also known as the Blockbuster Buster. He basically reviews movies that are that are at least based on something. Play, book. He doesn't review movies that are just like its own original thing. In the beginning is first 20 or 30 sort of reviews, he was super quiet. You could barely hear a thing that came out of his mouth, but kind of got better. He did a bit more, I guess you say, critiquing, but then again, that's because when he first started out, he did YouTube reviews that with the infamous 10-minute time limit on YouTube. And to go back to the what reviewer what's your favorite review that was made like a shit video? Erod, he made a review on the movie Dragon Ball Evolution, and he reviewed it only after watching the first 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
So he came across and he actually liked the movie.
No, he still didn't like it, but he did know Master Roshi was a perv, and people kept correcting on that. No, he is a perv. You don't.
Okay, how about you? Is there someone who changed their style that made them better?
is this limited to just reviewers or anyone?
Yeah, anyone, and follow that up with, I guess we'll make it the last question, is conversely, is there anyone who changed their style when they went complete to shit? I know that you're dying to get to the easier one.
No, it's fine. There's one person, he's an artist. His name is Karasu. I think that he has improved in his artwork over the past 4 years, and I look forward to seeing him in Japan.
Whose fucking cat is that?
Yeah, that's fine. All right,
Okay, that's fine. So how about you, Oki? Is there anyone's style that changed that made them go, you're like, oh, why the fuck am I still subbed here?
That's a good one. I usually don't really sub to anyone that I don't like.
Well, I mean, they were good, and all of a sudden, what the hell happened here?
I guess.
Okay, there are 3 specific words you could say.
No, that's. I'm not sub to him anymore. But can you put a pin in that one too?
Yeah, no problem. How about you, Zach? Who's someone that you felt like went downhill that you enjoyed?
Oh boy, the prime example of this was Dark Side Phil, DSP.
That's right. That's oh damn.
I was subbed to him from 2010 through early 2013, and he just went. In 2012 is when he really started to go down the hill. It became absolute shit. Holy fuck! Why am I still watching this guy?
Force of habit, man. It's the same reason why there'll be people that used to bitch about the guy Ebert from Ebert, Roger Ebert. You're like, well, why do you still watch him if he's terrible? Because he's the best. But you just said he was terrible. He's the only one I know.
Yeah.
How about you, Briss? Who's somebody that used to be good that just they changed their style and they just went complete to shit?
Well, the Spoony one, who I've been a fan of since probably 2008, back in the early days when he was still doing his Final Fantasy VII review. He has recently, within the past, I would say 2 years, has been doing these vlogs called Countermonk. I don't do D&D, I don't do Shadowrun, I'm not really into that, and even though I know that Spoony is all about that, he's all about that D&D culture, he's done reviews on on D&D type movies and shit, and video games, and those are all really good, even though I'm not a fan of it, he made it fun for me to watch these reviews because he's entertaining, and he can be informative about it, and he can elaborate on aspects of D&D while still keeping my attention and making me laugh. Countermonkey, on the one hand, is just him spouting off for an hour or 2 hours or more about some experience he had playing Dungeons and Dragons and Shadowrun and all these other games. And he's been doing so many of these over the past couple of years that it seems like it takes up most of his time. And he's not making any reviews. He did the Black Hole board games, and some of those were good. But I just wish he would, review a game again. I wish he would do another, maybe not a Final Fantasy review, but do another game review. Like I would love to see that again. Even a Let's Play, like the Phantasmagoria was probably the first Let's Play I ever watched. The Phantasmagoria 2 Let's Play, and it's amazing. I love it. And I don't know, like his shit has just gone completely downhill for me.
Oh yeah, I do remember someone now. There's this really, I guess, well-known top 10 top 10 countdowner. His name's Smike. I used to really like his videos back when he used to do Skyrim.
Smike,
now,
is he on Screw Attack?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Nowadays he just does Five Nights at Freddy's top 10 of literally anything in the game. I really did like his Skyrim videos because there was so much to that game that was explorable that you can make these lists out of, but he was just grasping
right on the bandwagon.
Yep, exactly. I just didn't like it.
There were some examples I wanted to bring up with Phil, specifically two of them. There's this one time on Twitter basically said the Nintendo 64 was the least powerful console of that generation. It's like, are you fucking high? And there's this one other time where he basically said, I play every video game. That means I know everything. It's like, you fucking moron. And probably the biggest example is when remember when Iwata died this year?
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Iwata.
Mr. Iwata. He basically said on Twitter, well, he didn't really do anything for me, so whatever. Like, he didn't even care that he died.
Yeah, I remember.
I do find it annoying that everybody's just jumping on the bandwagon of like, oh my god, Mr. Iwata, I'm so sorry about your passing. Like, like everybody's just like dick riding Iwata now, but just because he died, like nobody gave a shit about him before. And that's the kind of crap that I detest about just social media and Twitter, like shit like that in general, that just can take just massive amounts of disingenuous jagoffs just retweeting, reblogging, posting shit all over Facebook about a guy they never met and that they never cared about and only care about it now because it's popular.
I thought of a point I could make there for you, Briss. You've grown up on Metallica, right?
On what now?
You've grown up on Metallica, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You've seen the video 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a line from a movie in there called Johnny's Got His Gun, and there's one of the soldiers who looks up and says, death has its dignity, that's all its own. Certain considerations do go into passing of things, that you can't just continue to be a complete bastard when people die. I mean, ideally, you'll look like a jackoff if you do. I don't know. People do it because you're expected to. I understand what point you're getting across. I was like, yeah, I remember seeing Razorfist did a thing. It was like, oh, you people came out of the woodworks, and I was like, maybe I'll make a video putting a Iwata on blast because I've always kind of like said fuck Nintendo. I was like, no, that's a dick. I'll just shut my mouth.
Yeah.
It'll be that rare moment where I'll just shut the fuck up and let life progress without me.
Yeah, I more or less respect the achievements that he did.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon Gen 2, when the other developers couldn't fit Gen 1 into like Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and Iwata was basically able to do it on his own.
It's not like the president of Konami, whoever the fuck that is, died, and then everybody's like, oh, but Konami's such an amazing thing. I mean, I mean, if that happened, absolutely, yeah, I would totally see your point.
Yeah.
Pachinko machines are the best thing ever,
Oh god, the Silent Hill 1. Just I don't know what you call shape.
It looked cool until I saw what it was. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Next thing you know, there's gonna be Resident Evil 1.
Hell, that's Capcom. I don't know how bad they're fucking up lately. Well, I'm gonna close up here. Anybody listening, probably gonna re-put this back at the front. The reason why you're gonna want to listen in is if you're a content creator and you're poor and you're starving, these are the men who are going to fucking goddamn keep you in buckets of soup so you're not sitting there starving. Know your goddamn fans and take care of them and don't shit on them, because then they'll fucking goddamn move on to somebody else who will if you aren't gonna do cater to their wants, desires, and needs.
Yeah.
As long as you're not a jackass.
Yes. Well, you better be a damn charming jackass.